Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Sports Talk at the Sports Desk. Once again, I am Zach Ricketts.
And I'm Whorton. It was an exciting week of sports here up at South. Had a couple good soccer games, volleyball games, a football game last weekend, which we actually won.
All the games were actually really good. We're going to start off, we're going to talk about South Soccer. Earlier in the week, South Soccer played their first home game. They beat the Staley Falcons. They went falcon hunting, as they would say. They won 1-0.
Dylan Alderson with the score off a corner kick. It wasn't that impressive of a score. The actual pass in from the corner was much more impressive than the actual kick.
Yeah.
Not taking any credit away from Dylan, but
the team didn't play as strongly as they should have from what all the players have told me.
I was expecting a bigger win from what I've
What
heard.
they told me is when Alex Wedley is in the game, he plays striker. And
he was out.
He was out because he has a sprained ankle, and they say when he's in the game, he makes a huge difference because he's their one forward that keeps possession of the ball for them. All the other forwards are really good goal scorers, but they just get rid of the ball, and up top they need somebody like Alex that can keep the offense going, and whenever he has the ball, actually get shots on goal instead of whenever he's trying to get a shot for himself, get it taken away.
And then last night they lost to Liberty Thursday night.
Right. They lost 1-0.
Okay, you know more about this.
Right. What I was told is in regulation it was 0-0, and then they ended up losing the game in overtime, but they would have won because a player on Liberty was tackled by Derek Braun, who is actually in the newspaper, and then they got the ball on a counterattack, and they passed it up to Brody Bullion. Brody Bullion got the ball and was at the top of the 18, took a rip, made it, but right as he was taking the rip, ref blew the whistle because of the injury, but the injury was to his leg, not to his head, which you're not allowed to blow the whistle if the injury is to the leg and not the head. So they got screwed over.
I don't like that.
2 minutes later, Liberty scored, won the game. Pretty sad for the boys, but it's all right. Dylan Kinder didn't play. Alex Wedley didn't play. Hopefully things get better for South.
Injuries obviously played a big part in that.
Right.
Volleyball had, an average week. Could have gone better. Lost a very close set or match, whatever game, whatever you like to call it, to Lee Summit West.
Right.
Lee Summit West.
They lost the first one. They lost the first one by 2 points, won the second one by 2 points, and then lost the third one by 5. So a really good game to who all the girls say is the best team in their conference. But the girls can always bounce back. They say at home they're going to have it. They just got to.
They came back strong.
Keep together. Right.
Against Park Hill last night, they won in 2 sets, which
dominated Park Hill. It's always good to beat the crosstown rival.
And then actually we have a special guest again, just like Nick Smith last week. However, this week is a Park Hill South football senior wide receiver, Kyle Reardon.
Kyle,
come on in here,
Kyle.
How's your day going?
That's good.
That's good?
That's good.
Just get a little bit closer to me, Kyle.
So, Kyle, obviously, me and you play football together, so we know each other pretty well. But so Chase is going to kind of take this over now.
What are your thoughts on the game last week? You guys won 19-15, correct, against Truman?
We did. We did a lot of things well. There were a lot of things that we could have improved on.
What could you have improved on?
The offense had some really good drives. There was one drive where we drove it for 24 plays, but there were also some times where on the other side of the ball the defense was on the field a little too long. Truman had too many opportunities, I think, and then also the offense. We didn't help the defense out real well. We needed to produce more points. 19-15, yeah, we got the W, but
turn the ball over a couple times. That's not good. Special teams definitely needs to improve.
So. Yeah, we can't let that kick return up the middle go.
Oh yeah,
we gotta fix that.
Yeah, and that's something simple that you guys can fix too. Just more practice during the week.
Definitely.
Tonight you guys play Ruskin homecoming game. That'll be exciting. The coaches think that you guys should absolutely blow them out, but then again, we have said that before, and we said that about Truman last week, and we only beat it by 4. So what do you think is going to go on tonight, both of you?
I don't think that anybody thought we were going to blow Truman out, but either way.
I think Ruskin's a different opponent. There's a lot of we found some holes in Ruskin's defense that we're going to expose.
Right.
There are some holes on Ruskin's offense that the defense is going to hopefully expose. We've schemed up a good game plan, but really we can't try and predict the future. We got to take it one play at a time. Get what we can, keep going, and then when the clock strikes 0 in the fourth quarter, hopefully we have more positive plays than negative plays.
Right. And our big players just need to keep making big plays. Miles had a better week last week coming off injuries. Craig finally got his multi-touchdown game that everyone expected every game from him. Nick got the fade down the sideline, really exposed the speed, that fake punt. Even though he fumbled on the goal line, we really are starting to use our athletes the way they need to be used, and that's always good.
I've always said that we have the talent. It's just the first 2 games we didn't utilize the talent correctly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like now we've learned how to do that, and the coaches have come to the realization that they need to use the talent better.
Every week in practice, I notice that we are using our athletes in better ways than we had before. Every week.
All right, and obviously you guys can't really make a prediction for the game, but I was talking to you two, talking to everyone else. I've come to a final score of 38-6. If it's anything worse or better than that, I'm very disappointed. Actually, better, I'll be proud, but that's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Now we're going to move the slate to college football. Last week, Mizzou had the first home SEC game versus Georgia, lost 20-41, but it was a close game at the beginning.
In the first half.
Everything fell apart in the fourth quarter. James Franklin, I like him, but he's he's almost too nonchalant.
I agree.
If you look at him, he gets the ball and stands there. He doesn't move his feet. He just stands there and just throws it. That's okay, but it gets to a point where it's not okay.
Right. That's exactly how I feel about Mizzou's football team. Mizzou is very good when things are going their way, when things, kind of get a little tough and stuff. When James Franklin has to make plays that he doesn't want to make, he's never good. Running the ball, I also don't understand why we put 5 receivers on the field and then try and run quarterback power with James Franklin, because our offensive line is not that good compared to SEC defensive lines. James Franklin is not that he's very athletic. He's not that fast. He's not just a natural runner. He's good in the pocket whenever he has to move around. He's good when he can roll out, but he's not good at just running up the middle for 10 yards at a time. He's not calm. So.
All right, and then they have Arizona State this week at home. They lost to them last year in overtime. I think they're going to win by 28-24, I'd say.
I said 31-20.
What about you, Kyle?
I would say that Mizzou most likely will pull it out. I think going up against Georgia, they've kind of figured things out a little bit. Going up against Georgia is good. Come back against Arizona State, not the quality opponent like Georgia. So.
All right, and good for us Mizzou fans. KU lost last weekend to a last-minute field goal to Rice, 24-25. That was embarrassing.
Right.
That should not have happened.
That was.
I find it very nice.
Yeah.
This week they got TCU at home, first Big 12 game of the year.
Yep.
They're also going to get dominated again.
What are you going to score for that one?
10-35 TCU.
I say
TCU's 16th in the nation. It'll not be pretty.
Yeah, I agree. It won't be pretty for the Jayhawks. I have 45-13 TCU over Kansas.
You think win or loss for Kansas?
Can't. There's no way.
There's no way.
It's Kansas, man.
All right. And K-State last weekend beat Miami, Florida, 52-13 at home.
52-10. Or no, it was
52-13.
Yep.
Colin Klein, again, looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the
Very
nation.
impressive.
He's a stud.
People are starting to throw him into the Heisman talks.
Right.
If they keep winning, he'll keep being in there.
Yeah.
If he puts up 52 points a game, that's impressive.
That's awesome.
He needs recognition.
This
week
agree.
they play North Texas. I got them winning 56-10. They're going to actually absolutely dominate them.
And I have them winning 66-10, so I agree.
And you got them winning, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, and last weekend in the NFL, Chiefs lost at home to Atlanta, 24-40. That was also kind of like the Mizzou game, how it was a good game in the first half.
Really close first half.
Apart. However, we were missing 4 defensive starters, which is very unfortunate. It could have gone better. Castle looked good. Charles looked good in his knee. This weekend we got Buffalo at Buffalo. However, I think we're going to lose, honestly. We got Brandon Flowers and Tom Bahali back. That's good. But, Buffalo got beat by 20 points last week, and they're going to want some redemption at home.
Right.
And we're going to do something new this week. We're going to have predictions for every single football game, and Kyle here is going to help us with that.
NFL games. Here we go. We're just going to run down the list, just say the winner of each game. We're all just going to make our pick.
All right, start with Chiefs game. I got loss.
Chiefs lose to Buffalo. I have Chiefs beating Buffalo.
I have Chiefs beating Buffalo as well.
Okay.
All right, got Cleveland versus Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati winning.
Cincinnati winning also.
Cleveland.
Okay. Ooh. Minnesota at Indianapolis. I don't think Andrew Luck can pull it out yet. I think Minnesota will win. I don't think he's really got to NFL speed yet.
I disagree. Indianapolis.
I agree with
All
that.
right. How about Oakland at Miami?
I got Oakland.
I got Oakland.
Oakland.
All right. How about Arizona versus New England?
New England.
Brady.
All right. I got New England too. No chance.
Yeah.
New York Giants versus Tampa Bay. New York's at home. I got Giants winning at home.
Giants winning at home also.
Giants.
How about Baltimore at Philly? I got Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I mean, that would be a good game.
That will be a good game,
All right.
especially in Philadelphia.
How about this?
Yeah.
Kyle's gonna go first here. Got New Orleans at Carolina Panthers.
Oh, I'm taking Carolina at Cam Newton.
I think Carolina too. Cam Newton. Except New Orleans defense is good.
I was about to say, I just can't see New Orleans starting off the season 0-2, losing to two young teams like that. So I'm going to pick New
What
Orleans.
about Houston at Jacksonville? I got Jacksonville. Blaine Gabbert, old Mizzou quarterback, actually played well last weekend for the first time in
I'm
his
picking
career.
the Jags.
Jags,
You're
yeah.
back in the swing of things.
I completely disagree. I think Houston is one of the best teams in the league this year, and I think Houston will win by 3 touchdowns.
Okay, how about Washington at St. Louis? I got Washington with RG3. He was first quarterback ever on his debut to get over 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Sweet. It's
Yeah.
perfect. So I got
I
Washington.
agree. Washington,
How about Dallas at Seattle?
Dallas.
I got Dallas as well.
I'm going to go Seattle. I like Russell Wilson.
Okay.
How about New York Jets versus Pittsburgh? At Pittsburgh.
New York, their offense looked really good last week.
I got Pitt at home.
I'm going to take Pitt. I don't
Field.
think Jets offense produced as much as I think their defense kept them in the game.
Did you
more than
watch
Sanchez.
last week?
I did.
All right, how about Tennessee at San Diego? I mean, unfortunately, San Diego's in our division, but I got them winning.
Okay. I have San Diego winning this one also.
San Diego.
How about Detroit at San Francisco?
San Francisco's the best team in the league.
San Francisco. How about Monday Night Football? Denver at Atlanta. I got Atlanta winning. They look really good.
That's a
against
big
Chiefs last
game.
week.
If they're at home,
But Denver, I don't think they have it figured out yet. But versus Atlanta, they definitely won't have it.
we got Denver, Kyle.
Denver.
I'm going to pick Atlanta at home. That will be a really good game.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. We went a little bit long today, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, Kyle. It's good
Thank you
having
for
you.
having me.
I'm Chase Whorton.
And I'm Zach Ricketts.
Uh,
And this is our friend Kyle Reardon. So we'll see you guys later.